wait for people to start joining in. Welcome back to another Castle Cocktails. Tonight we're going to be doing coffee cocktails, which is something I haven't done yet, surprisingly. Here at the Castle, we don't actually have a lot of coffee cocktails, surprisingly. We did recently add one last year, which I'm going to be doing in this live stream, of course. If you want the one that I'm going to be doing first, you guys probably know it, the pharmaceutical stimulant. That one is one of the more popular drinks we have now, actually. I'll be making that one first. If you want to order that, toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. And then I'll have two more that are not on the menu. So you might have to work for these. One of them is going to be a Kentucky coffee, not an Irish coffee, a Kentucky coffee, because I'm using bourbon and not Irish whiskey. I'm also going to be using maple bourbon for that, but we'll get to that when we get there. And the third one is going to be one that I created, which we'll get to at the end. So I guess we'll get started. Obviously, if you want to order any of these drinks, toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. The first one will be on the menu. So all you have to do is go under mixed drinks, hit the pharmaceutical stimulant, and then I'll make you a pharmaceutical stimulant. If you order any of these drinks while I'm doing the stream, I will make it for you and give you a shout out. And if you make any of these drinks at home, please take pictures of them and send it to the Castle, tag the Castle at the Castle Beverly on Instagram. And yeah, if you want to support me directly, you can tip your bartender on Venmo at Steven-Rudin. So I guess we should just get started. So we're going to start off with the pharmaceutical stimulant. In the description, it reads like an espresso martini. This drink actually came before the espresso martini. This is the predecessor to the espresso martini. Basically what happened in the 1980s, the story behind this drink is back in the 1980s, I believe it was in Los Angeles, and a supermodel walked up to the bartender after doing a shoot, and she asked the bartender to make something that would wake her up and then her up. So that's where this drink comes from. And later on, basically they took the ice away and put it in a martini glass, and then you have the espresso martini. This came before the espresso martini. So we're going to make that for you first. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to leave for a second. Don't be afraid. I will come right back, and I'm going to make some espresso. I didn't pre-make it because the fresher you make the espresso, the better it tastes. If you leave espresso for long enough, it will just get bitter, and you won't be able to get the nuances that you want out of the espresso. So I'm going to go make the espresso real quick, and then I'll come back and make this drink for you. And of course, if you have any questions about this drink, please type in the chat. I'd love to talk to you guys. Okay, I'm back. I didn't die, I promise. So how are you guys doing? I'm just waiting for the espresso to brew right now. How are we doing? How's your Thursday evening going? Okay, the espresso's done. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's not.
So this drink is really easy. It's all equal parts. So we're going to start off with 1.5 ounces of espresso. And then we're going to use some Pinnacle whipped cream vodka. This will give it a nice creamy flavor. I would highly recommend you use this for your pharmaceutical stimulant. You can obviously use a normal vodka or even a Citron vodka. Citrus and coffee actually pair really well together. So if you want to use the Citron vodka, go right ahead. But the Pinnacle whipped cream vodka, or any whipped cream vodka, Burnett's, that's what we usually use. goes really well with the coffee. It gives it a nice desserty flavor. This is very much an after dinner drink. I'll put this espresso aside. And then we're going to do 1.5 ounces of coffee liqueur. I'm not gonna like. And then I'm going to add ice to the glass and to the shaker and just give it a nice hard shake. I'll be right back. And I just got to grab the garnish real quick. Just give me 1 second. I'll show you what these are going to be for in a second. We're just going to get that ice out of the way and grab the shaker. And then we're going to give this a nice hard shake. I'm going to grab a strainer. We'll strain that right into the cocktail, or into the glass. Saw, dude.
Hey, is that the one?
This is one of them, yeah. Oh, no, this isn't the one that I made.
Oh.
No, not yet. This is the pharmaceutical stimulant.
Ooh.
So we're going to garnish that with a few coffee beans. I like to make it all decorative. You're not going to be able to see it, unfortunately. But if you order one, you will. toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. I'll post that right up here. Cool. What we'll do is we'll just put the coffee beans right there. We'll put a couple straws in that. And then we have the pharmaceutical stimulant. If you want to order this, toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. Go under mixed drinks, and it should be right there, the pharmaceutical stimulant. As of late, this has become one of our more popular drinks, so I would highly recommend this one. But yeah, so I guess we'll move on to the next one. The next one that I'm going to do is the Kentucky coffee. It's basically an Irish coffee, but I'm using bourbon instead of Irish whiskey. Obviously, if you have a whiskey that you prefer, obviously you can use any type of whiskey you want. You can use this, you can use Irish, you can use rye. If you have a nice scotch you want to use for this, I'd highly recommend a... Tom! Reagan says hi.
Who?
Reagan.
Hello, Reagan.
Reagan chimed in and said hi to Tom. But yeah, you don't have to use bourbon. You don't have to use Irish whiskey. You can use any type of whiskey you want. Islay Scotch, the really smoky Scotch, goes really well, in my opinion, with coffee. If you want to use an Islay Scotch, you absolutely can. If you want to order this Kentucky coffee, toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. Hit the pharmaceutical button, and then in the notes, type in Kentucky coffee, Irish coffee. We do have more than one type of whiskey. If you wanted to use the cinnamon whiskey we have, you could use that. You can type, just specify what kind of whiskey you want. We have the honey whiskey. We also have tequila. Tequila goes pretty well with coffee too. So obviously put whatever you want in there. But if you want the Irish coffee or the Kentucky coffee in this instance, just type in Irish coffee and then specify what spirit you want. So I'm just going to rinse out my measuring cup, and then we can put in some sweating. This one's obviously really simple. Just make sure you have a nice Irish whiskey, Irish coffee glass. We're going to do 2 ounces of our maple bourbon. I'm using maple bourbon because I want to make something kind of like for breakfast, you know, like a really breakfasty coffee. Reagan. I mean, Blake. Reagan says hi too.
Oh, hello.
Blake says, "Oh, hello." All right, so I'm gonna put this back.
Is this the your one?
What?
Is this the your one? Or is it the your one?
Your one's gonna be last. My one's gonna be last.
Okay.
Tom's a little antsy to try mine. So we're just gonna top this off with coffee, and I'm gonna put some whipped cream on top. It's really simple. So I just topped that off right there. Give the whipped cream a nice shake. I'm just going to top that off with whipped cream. You could also use heavy whipping cream. I tried demonstrating in the shaker with using heavy whipping cream with the shaker and the spring of a Hawthorne strainer. I'll try to demonstrate that again at some point soon, just so you can know what I'm talking about. But whipped cream obviously works just as fine if you're lazy. Well, not lazy, but you don't really want to put in the effort. I don't blame you. It's really just in case you don't have whipped cream, but you happen to have heavy whipping cream. I don't know. We're just going to top this off with nutmeg. We're going to do a nice dusting of nutmeg around the top. And there we go. Because the bourbon that we use is sweetened with maple syrup, I didn't put any sweetener in this. Obviously, people drink coffee differently. So if you want to add cream to this, please do. If you want to add sugar to this, please do. Sweet and low, milk, whatever. This is just the baseline way. Aside from that, it's just however you want to drink your coffee. And again, I use a bourbon that's sweetened with maple syrup. If you are just going to use a normal whiskey, then obviously go right ahead and put maple syrup in there, put sugar in there, however you want to sweeten it up. So that is the Kentucky coffee, or the Vermont Kentucky. I don't know. Excuse me. Okay. So now we're going to do the last drink of the night, and then we'll taste them, try them. This drink is actually a drink that I came up with. I call it the Carpino Club. It's just, I kind of wanted to do a variant on the espresso martini that kind of takes in all of Europe's like coffee traditions, adding lemon, absinthe, stuff like that. It's a little bit more complex than the pharmaceutical stimulant. If you want to order this drink, hit the pharmaceutical stimulant button and then just type in Carpino Club and I'll make it for you. This is going to be a tonight only drink just because some of the ingredients I had to bring from home. But yeah, if you want to try this drink, if you want to give it a shot, it is very interesting and it's different from most. No, it's not. All right, so the absinthe that I'm using is diluted, so it's very much a cordial. This is not a spirit. This is a cordial. And I'm not going to be adding this to the drink. I'm going to be spraying the glass with the absinthe, so that way you just get the flavor.
I was going to ask, why did you aerosolize the absinthe?
Exactly, yeah.
Is it like a fun mister for a night rave? Or
no. You can take, like, if you have a high strength or a really potent flavored drink, a lot of bartenders will actually spray the glass with it. That way you just get the essence of it. I'm not going to be adding absinthe to this drink. I'm going to be
adding essence of absinthe.
Adding essence of absinthe. Yeah, it's kind of like how I spray the oils of a garnish on there or something. So I'm gonna add some ice to this glass and add some soda water to chill it, and then I'll add the frosting of absinthe. So let me go do that real quick. So we're just going to put this right there. Just going to let that chill for a second. Yeah. So how are you doing? People that are watching this. The 8 people that are watching this. How's everybody's night going? Are you guys going to make any of these? If you do, please take pictures of them and tag the castle. We'd love to see them.
Pretty.
Aren't they pretty?
This is a pretty episode.
It is. The whipped cream is starting to soak into the coffee, and it's starting to make it not black coffee, which
Did you make your own whipped cream again?
not this time.
Howard's way out.
I know, right? You can just dump that out, and that's just going to frost the glass a little bit, make the glass nice and cold, and it'll help the absinthe adhere to the glass. So we're just going to give this a couple of light spritzes, just like that, and it is going to any like anise based liqueur is going to give off a very strong scent. Like, you can smell that right now, and it just reeks of licorice. So that's why you want to just do that. You don't want to add it to the drink. Any anise based liqueur goes really well with coffee. It's been a tradition in Europe for such a long time. So
My favorite after dinner drink.
Sambuca was
Sambuca and espresso
Yeah.
and like lemon rind.
Yeah. Well-
did you make?
Yes, I did. I made dark roast. Well, I'll be honest, I didn't actually use absinthe. I'm using Sambuca.
You lied to all of us.
I did. I'm sorry. But my recipe calls for absinthe. If you can get absinthe, do absinthe. You can get white absinthe. Green absinthe also works really well. But I'm just going to use Sambuca. So I lied to everybody. Sorry. I'm saying absinthe because that is what the recipe calls for. At least my recipe. You can obviously do this however you want. So, I actually need to pull up my recipe because I forgot some of the proportions. Another weird thing about this drink is I'm not using vodka, I'm using gin, but I'm not going to use gin as the base spirit. I'm going to use it as kind of a modifier. The base spirit is actually going to be coffee liqueur. Just give me 1 second. I got this, I promise. Where is it? There we go. Okay. So we're going to start off with half an ounce of gin. Just half an ounce. And obviously, you can use as much gin as you want. Gin and coffee surprisingly go well together too. Just if you're going to use gin, try to get like a more citrus forward gin like Tanqueray, or if you're in California, try Benham's. I didn't for okay, yeah, I forgot the recipe. Well, I have it now. It's fine. So half an ounce of gin. We're going to do 2 ounces of coffee liqueur. Any coffee liqueur will work. The coffee liqueur that I've been using, unfortunately, was sent to me by a friend in the South from Texas. So that specific coffee liqueur will probably be hard to get your hands on. It was a Cafe del Fuego. If anybody in the South is watching, try Cafe del Fuego. It just tastes like pure coffee. It's great. But other than that, Kahlua, Kimura, Mr. Black is a really good one. I would highly recommend that. So we got the gin, we got the coffee liqueur. Then we're going to do half an ounce. Oh, my God, this always gets stuck. 1 second. There we go. Half an ounce of this Demerara simple syrup. Demerara sugar is just unrefined sugar. You can find that at any store. You can also use brown sugar. And obviously, if you want to use white sugar, go right ahead. This is just what I've been using, and it works really well. It's got a nice molasses flavor to it. So we'll do half an ounce of Demerara syrup. And then, if you guys remember from the Old Fashioned stream that I did, I used these black walnut bitters in the Parker Old Fashioned. We're going to use these in this cocktail as well. We're going to do 4 dashes of black walnut bitters. It'll bring out the nuttiness of the coffee. It's really good. And then I believe it's 1.5 ounces Yep. Ounce and a half of cold brew. I'm using the Castle's cold brew right here. We're going to use ounce and a half of Castle cold brew. And this drink is going to be served up in our, it's Sambuca, but we're absinthe rinsed glass. We're going to give this a nice hard shake. Blake's doing a drum roll. I know I kind of went all over the place with the ingredients for this one. If you want, I'll post the recipe in the comments. If you guys want to make this one at home, I'd highly recommend you try this. Now let's pour this out first. Get that nice crema on top. Give that a second to settle. And you'll get a nice black cocktail. And then I need a fruit peeler. I'm doing a lemon zest for the top. It's not a swath. This is a what? Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Keep it in the
Just going to express those oils over the top. Give it a twist. Put that around the rim. And then you can either discard it. I like to keep it in. Just float it right on top. Obviously, it's going to disappear in the coffee, but that's fine. And that is the Carpino Club. So if you want to try the Carpino Club, this is a one-night only drink, just because a lot of these ingredients did come from home. If you want to order this drink, just hit the button for the pharmaceutical stimulant, and then just type in Carpino Club on the notes. I would highly recommend you try this one. It's a really interesting flavor. Tom wants to try it. Okay.
Oh, what time frame would you say that these drinks would be best inhaled?
Anytime, really. No, I'm just kidding. I noticed a lot of people get the pharmaceutical stimulant before they eat.
It's like
But
a brunch drink, maybe,
A brunch drink.
like a late lunch,
like an aperitif, like something you eat something you drink before you eat. In general, it's also really desserty. So these would all probably be after dinner drinks. Especially this one. This one is very desserty.
Yeah, well, I can see the first one being a while you're cooking dinner with like a group of people kind of drink.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know about the second one at all. And then the third one definitely sounds like an after dinner drink.
It's straight up just an Irish coffee.
Oh,
So,
yeah, so
maybe-
breakfast.
Breakfast, yeah, brunch, definitely a brunch. I haven't tried this one yet, and this is also the first time that I use different ingredients for this one. I don't know how it'll taste with the Bar Hill gin, and the coffee liqueur that I use is a really like pure coffee taste rather than sugary. Like this one's sweetened. The coffee liqueur that I have at home is unsweetened.
You could mix that with some coffee to like.
Well, I also used cold brew.
Oh, okay,
Yeah. So, all right. So I guess we'll try these, and obviously I've tried 2 out of 3 of these, but I've never tried them side by side before. So it'll be really interesting to see which one I like the most. Since I'm still getting over a cold, I'll have you try them first,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
we'll use straws. So Tom's gonna try these. Here, I'll give you 1 straw, and you can try whichever.
I'll start with the first one.
Okay. And bear in mind too, these still have coffee in them, so don't drink a bunch of these together. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Drink
that
these-
is very tasty.
People say
Um,
drink responsibly. Drink a little bit more responsibly, unless you want to put yourself in cardiac arrest.
It's tasty.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah,
try
yeah,
the same
I'll-
ones at the same time?
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's really chocolatey.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you're gonna drink a beer after that, you should probably drink a stout.
Yeah, so this one is a warm drink.
Yes.
That definitely is like a with a stout thing.
Yeah. Hold that one up. Switch it up.
All right, that's a lot stronger than I expected.
What do you mean, like liquor wise? Or?
Yes.
No. Irish coffees aren't. Yeah. But yeah.
Wow. The taste is just. It's some coffee with a lot of booze.
Yeah. It's very breakfasty, definitely.
Mm.
I could have probably done a little less bourbon, but if you sweeten it up with something or add more coffee to it, it should be. It'll turn it around. Depends on how you like it, I guess.
All right, so that by far is my favorite.
Thank you.
Simply because it is my favorite. I will have to say, having a coffee in Sambuca is probably my favorite drink.
Yeah.
To have after like a pasta dinner or something.
Oh god. Yeah. It's more fruity,
It is. The lemon adds a lot, and so does the absinthe.
and you can taste the
Or-
gin too, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
The absinthe is more on the nose, or the Sambuca.
yeah.
Absinthe is more on the nose.
But it adds a lot to the experience.
It does, yeah. This gin, I didn't realize this gin was as citrus forward as I thought.
Mm.
Now that I drink it with this drink, it's definitely very citrusy. I thought it was more on the juniper side, but yeah, this one's okay. So if I'm going to rank these, I will probably put this one last, and then Tom, I agree with you.
Yeah.
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 I would highly recommend you guys try the Carpino Club before I leave tonight. It's different. It's like when you think of like a coffee drink, you think chocolatey, desserty. This one is definitely more refreshing.
Yeah. It's you're full, you're relaxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of a palate cleanser than anything.
Mm.
Yeah. This one I would highly recommend. This one is a fan favorite at the castle. A lot of people order this drink, the pharmaceutical stimulant. And then, the Kentucky coffee is also very good. It is just a little bit more on the sweeter side for me. If you make any of these drinks, please tag the castle on Instagram, Facebook. We'd love to see them, and we'll definitely repost them. Of course, you can order any of these drinks, toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. And you can support me directly on Venmo at Stephen-Rudin. So, yeah. So,
This time.
oh, do I have to mix these?
Yes.
All right, because there's so much caffeine in them, I am going to use a small glass.
Fine, leave some more for me.
Fair enough.
You want a spoon so they don't go everywhere when you pour them?
That's fine. Start off with that guy.
The weird thing with this is going to be the different temperatures, because they're all
Yeah.
at different temperatures and all very different flavors, even though they're all coffee.
We're mixing vodka, gin, bourbon, and Sambuca.
So the one that's yours,
Yes.
is there any way to do that you can think off the top of your head without gin? My dad can't drink gin.
I recommend you use a citrus forward vodka, like a citron vodka.
Alright.
I just use gin because it still has that junipery taste and it gives it a little bit more of a refreshing flavor.
Mm.
So I'd recommend you use Ellie's like, oh no, don't mix. I have to. It's it's part of the show.
Swallow in.
It just tastes like coffee.
Yeah?
Yeah. But yeah, I'd highly recommend. Gin just kind of gives it more of a refreshing flavor rather than just citrus vodka.
Yeah.
So if you're going to drink it, I'd recommend you use gin. But if you're going to make it for someone that can't drink gin, which there are a lot of people that can't drink gin, I'd recommend you use like a citron vodka. All right. Well, that was fun. So yeah, out of the three, I definitely prefer Mine.
No,
Not to toot my own horn, but
honestly, me too. I like that one.
I'm glad you like it. If you guys want me to post a recipe for it, I can probably do that in the comments. And yeah, if you wanna order it tonight, this is a tonight only cocktail. Someone, hello. Someone said named I hate YouTube 666. Can you make a yes? You can make a request. Please make a request.
What a wild name.
What do you do? I'm a bartender at the castle.
Where are you? What are you doing?
I know. I'm a bartender at the castle. What is your request? I would love to hear your request.
Where is this? I don't see this in the chat.
Oh, it's on Twitch. That's why.
Oh, it's on. Oh, you're streaming on Twitch too?
We're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Oh, okay. That's news.
Yes, I'm a bartender here at the castle. That's what I do. What is your request? Bloody Mary. I can absolutely do a Bloody. We do have Bloody Marys here at the castle. If you want to order one, go to toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com, and you can absolutely order a Bloody Mary. It is on the menu. Maybe next week I will do something on the Bloody Mary. Maybe do some variants. Maybe do some hangover cures. That could be fun.
Some hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog.
You have this conversation.
What? Yeah.
Bloody Mary's making me
Bloody Marys are tasty.
No.
You got to get a good one.
And
You got to get a good one.
like weirdo things in it.
Bloody Marys are definitely the weird mom drink.
Yes, there you go.
Weird mom drink. Fair enough.
I don't
My
know, maybe
mom's
it's a weird
favorite.
mom.
It's my
I
mom's
might be a
favorite
weird
drink.
mom. But yeah, I can do a Bloody Mary episode at some point. If you want to see the Bloody Mary episode, I will absolutely do a Bloody Mary episode. Maybe I'll just do hangover cures in general. And again, if you want to order any of these cocktails, toasttab.com/thecastlebeverly.com. We have the pharmaceutical stimulant, which is a staple here at the castle. We have the Kentucky coffee. Obviously, that is not on the menu. So just hit the pharmaceutical stimulant button, type in Kentucky coffee, Irish coffee, what have you, and then just specify which spirit you want in the coffee, and that's how we'll do it. And then we have the Carpino Club, which is also not on the menu and is a tonight only drink. So if you want one of these. Oh, you're from Madrid? Oh, you're from Madrid? Oh, he did not call me a nice word. I didn't know you were from Madrid. You can't call me that. I can't assume things about you. For all the people on Facebook right now, I apologize. I'm currently being trolled by someone on Twitch. But for the person that is trolling me from Madrid, yes, I will absolutely make a Bloody Mary. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I would highly recommend you try all of these delicious coffee cocktails. Maybe not right before you go to bed. There is still a lot of caffeine in this. I'm starting to feel it right now. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And oh, that's another thing. Just so you guys know, I am starting a new job, which unfortunately I won't be able to start these live streams until 7:30. So after this week, I'm going to be doing these at 7:30 rather than 5:30. So I hope you guys can still join me. I would love to see you guys.
Never forget you.
I know. I'm such a jerk.
You're fired.
I mean, it's a more reasonable time, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess for making drinks, it's probably
Yeah.
better more in the evening, less early dinner.
Sorry for trolling. You deserve. Don't apologize. I love people that troll me because then I can call you out for it. But
Don't apologize to me.
I know. Well, yeah. I hope you guys can join me next week at 7:30 rather than 5:30, and I will absolutely make some more drinks for you guys. Thank you guys for joining me again this week, and have a great evening. Goodbye.